It's Rob. Leave a message. Barbecue at my place after work. Everyone come over at 7. I'm doing steak, chicken, scallops, and some veggies. You bring the wine.
This is not a drill.
It's time to grill.
Action! It's Friday night. Nobody was doing anything, so I invited everyone over for a little barbecue. Deal is, it's 5:30 now, and I've got till 7 o'clock to get everything ready. Think I can do it? Just watch me. I've got the biggest craving for steak, and a couple of my friends, they don't eat red meat. So I'm doing some chicken and some scallops for these guys and an arugula salad. For the steak and the chicken, I'm doing a mushroom and red wine sauce. Oh, it's gonna be so aromatic. And I got some celery, carrots, and onions here just for the base. Gonna be a great flavor base. But I gotta cut it up. This sauce is gonna be awesome with that steak and chicken. Got a pot? Just get this mirepoix, which is the celery, onions, and carrots in here. Get that mixing around, just a little bit of olive oil, and just allow this to sweat. That's just gonna let it release some of its flavor. Mix that around. One more thing for that. I wanna make it a little fancy for the guys, so I'm gonna use a little herb de Provence here. And herb de Provence is just a little bit of lavender, rosemary, thyme, and marjoram. And get that in there. That's gonna release some of its flavors too. Mix, mix, mix. Just allow that to go for a couple seconds. Got my red wine, I've got my mushrooms. Take a look at this. Another pot. Little bit of beef stock. That's gonna give some really wonderful flavor. This is low sodium beef stock. Now you can use that other stuff, but I like to control the salt, so just let this guy go. Woo-hoo! Get those mushrooms in, and these are dehydrated mushrooms. That's just gonna release their flavor. They're gonna rehydrate, plump up, and they're gonna get nice and soft. Get that back onto the flame and allow that to go. Next, I get my beef. Now, this is why I have a craving for red meat. Take a look at this. These are ribeye steaks. These are a beautiful cut of meat. Take a look at the fat, bone in, and all that meat. Oh, I love this stuff. You stack these guys together, you've got yourself a prime rib roast. Separate it out, you've got a wonderful steak. Fat, bone, lots of meat. Oh. Get your steaks down, just get a little bit of olive oil on this, a little bit of seasoning. Olive oil, drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Yeah, baby, that's looking good. A little bit of that herb de Provence for those guys. I've got some in the sauce, I've got some in the steak. Make sure you get both sides, though. A little bit of pepper. Now, I'm not gonna put salt on this right now because I'm gonna allow that to just rest and relax. Once I get to the grill, then I'll put the salt on. That way it won't dry out. A little bit of plastic wrap and into the fridge. All right, the veg is sweated down now. Listen to this sound. Red wine going right in. Just allow this to reduce down just a touch, and then I'll add my mushrooms to it. Oh, this is gonna be very flavorful. And the better the wine, the better the sauce. Just allow this to cook. The mushrooms are nice and rehydrated now, so they've absorbed all that beef stock. I've got morels in here, chanterelles, and porcinis. Just allow these guys to release their flavor, and then I add them to my red wine. My red wine is reduced now, and it's nice and intensified in flavor. The mushroom stock is already infused now. Time to add it to the red wine. Get all those mushrooms in there. Oh, yeah. This flavor is just gonna mingle together, and you're gonna have a wonderful red wine and mushroom stock. The chicken and the steak, they're gonna be best friends with this sauce. My red wine sauce is just bubbling away right now. Time to get a white wine sauce going. Got a few shallots here, just need to chop them up. A little bit of white wine, let this reduce down, and then I'm gonna add some red peppers to this, roasted red peppers. Just let that bubble away. Time's ticking, I better get changed. Got a bunch of people coming over, and I got about an hour left to go. Got some nice chicken breast, boneless, skinless, and these guys are gonna cook really quickly. But I'm gonna give this a marinade. Get that into a plastic baggie. A little bit of Dijon mustard, just for that pepperiness. A little balsamic vinegar for some tartness. Just a little bit. Touch of onion powder, because Robbie loves his onions. I've got a little herb de Provence over here, and I've got it in my red wine sauce back there, and I want to mirror the flavors with my chicken also. The guys are gonna really love this. It's nice and earthy. Rub that in your palm, just release some of those oils that are in there. Give this a mix around and just a little bit of oil. Making a marinade here. Just want to make this nice and wet now. That red wine sauce I have back there bubbling away, that's also gonna go with some steaks that I got in the fridge setting up. Mix, mix, mix. This is looking great right now. But before I put it on, just give it a quick taste. Just needs a touch of pepper. Yeah, now that's gonna be awesome. Mix, mix, mix. Bowl. Just pour that right over top. Mush this around, just get all those flavors right into that chicken. It's gonna taste great when it hits the grill. Mush, 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 into the fridge. Take a look at these beautiful scallops. Now, here's an important tip, guys. When you're cooking scallops, you wanna make sure that you get rid of all that excess moisture. That'll make sure when you get to the grill, they get those hard sear marks on them. Woo-hoo! And if you don't, they'll poach and steam on you. You don't want that. Those guys are perfect. Now, steaks and potato, these are a perfect match. And these guys are Yukon Gold potatoes. Give these a quick chop. These are gonna be great. They hold their shape really well when they get to the grill. But just make sure that you cut them all evenly so that they cook evenly. It's marinade time. All right, plastic bag, potatoes in. Little bit of olive oil, drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Just make sure they're all coated in there. Might splash a little bit more in there at the end. Little bit of salt, because salt and potatoes are perfect. Little bit of black pepper. A little bit of earthy thyme. A little bit of earthy and woodsy oregano. Rub, rub, rub in your hand and get those guys right over top. That's beautiful. Just make sure you close the bag, though. Mush, mush, mush. Get every one of those guys coated. Just leave that to the side. We've got a wicked little sauce that I'm gonna make for those scallops. I had my white wine and shallots just bubbling away back there. All those shallots has all infused into that white wine now. These guys are great. They're ready to go in. I've got some roasted red peppers here. Now, normally I like to do them on my own, but time's working against me today. I gotta work fast. Just a little bit of champagne vinegar to start it going. Start blending this up. Now I'm gonna strain in my white wine and shallots. Just get yourself a strainer. That flavor is going to be awesome right now. Shallot and white wine. Get every drop out of there. Give it a last blend. Now this, my friend, this is smooth, but I gotta give it a taste. The white wine and shallots plus those red peppers, this is groovy. But I'm still not done yet. Just pour this out, get this back onto an open flame, and let it cook for just a little while longer. whole tarragon, and just a splash of chicken stock. Just allow this to bubble away for a little while, and it'll intensify in flavor. Just let it go. My ribeye is just in the fridge, just setting up. My chicken in that marinade, getting ready to go onto the grill. Scallops, oh, just sitting here ready to go onto the grill, and my potatoes are ready. Now I'm doing some carrots, and you know Robbie doesn't just do carrots. Get these guys into a plastic bag, and check out this interesting marinade for it. A little bit of honey to sweeten that up. Now, carrots are already sweet, but just a touch of honey to round out those flavors. Touch of sesame seed oil. Now, remember, a little bit goes a long way, guys. And the touch of oil right over top to coat everything up. Splash, splash, splash. Salt and pepper. Pepper, salt, and just a touch of ginger. All right. And mush, mush, mush. Now this is how Robbie marinates carrots. I've got about half an hour left. I better go fire up those grills. It's Friday night, and I've only had 90 minutes to get a barbecue together. Now, this is really important stuff here. Before you get your food on the grill, make sure you preheat the grill. Very important. You want the temperature as high as possible. And second thing, make sure you oil it down properly. This will make sure that nothing sticks. Chicken had that little herb de Provence on it. I just want to put a little salt, a little bit of pepper. Make sure you get both sides before you get it onto the grill. This is only going to take about 15 minutes, which means that's about 7.5 minutes per side. Get this guy on. Hear that sear? That's making sure that this guy's going to cook up nice and evenly here. Exterior sugars are going to caramelize, and you're going to get real good flavor out of that. Don't fuss with your food right now. Just allow the grill to do the work. After I flip my chicken, then I put my beef, my scallops, and the rest of my veg on. While this chicken is cooking, I'll go make a salad. Nothing like a refreshing salad for the summertime. Got a little bit of arugula. Nice and peppery. Gotta make a dressing for it, though. Some shallots, just cut up nice and thinly. Bit of lemon, squeeze that in. A little bit of raspberry vinegar. It's nice and tart, and it goes really well with the salad. And just mix in some olive oil. All right, this is looking great. It's emulsified, which just means it's nice and thick now. Give it a quick taste. Still needs a few things. A little salt, a little pepper. And before I finish the salad, I'm gonna put in just a little bit of basil, fresh basil here. Just rip that in there. Just allow this to sit with it for a little while. Those flavors are gonna transfer to each other. That's beautiful. I'm not gonna dress that salad right till the end. I don't want it to get all messy on me right now. Still got a few more things. Summer peaches. Oh, I just love this stuff. Take your knife, just run it around the edge, give it a little twist, cut little wedges out. These peaches are gonna add a wonderful little sweetness to the salad, but I gotta do this a few more times. Oh, doesn't that look spectacular already? Still not finished. Got a few pine nuts here. Just quickly roasted those off. Get those right over top. Nice kind of resin taste to them. I love these guys. And last but not least, just a little Parmesan cheese. And shave that right on top. I've got the creaminess of the cheese, those pine nuts, the pepperiness of that arugula. Oh, this is great. And those sweetness from the peaches. Love this stuff. In. That's looking beautiful. Dressing is made, salad is made. I got 20 minutes to go. I better get moving. got a bunch of friends coming over for Friday night barbecue. My chicken, it's been on for about 7.5 minutes. Time to get the first flip in here. This is smelling so good. I can just smell that herb de Provence. Gotta get my beef, my potatoes, and my carrots onto the other grill. Just make sure you squirt down the grill here. Make sure nothing sticks to the grill. Make sure you wipe it down, though. Yeah, this is looking great. The beef, it's gonna take about 3.5 minutes per side. The ribeyes need a bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I didn't want to salt it too far in advance because that would make it sweat and that'd make it dry. I don't want to do that at all. A little bit of pepper, plus that herb de Provence on there. This is looking great. Steaks on. Yeah, hear that sear. Get these guys going. This grill is at high heat right now. These are ready to go. Potatoes, they got to get on also. Got a little bit of thyme, a little bit of oregano on there, and some salt and pepper. These are Yukon Gold potatoes, and they're gonna hold their shape really well. In a couple more minutes, I'm just gonna give my steaks a quarter turn and get those perfect diamond marks. Nice little flip. Take a look at those beautiful diamond marks. That's awesome. Tastes great. A couple more minutes, these ribeyes and the chicken, they're done. This is medium rare. These guys are perfect, ready to come off now. Oh, yeah, look how beautiful those guys look. This is what barbecue's all about. Now, make sure you're tented, though. Allow these guys to rest up. This way will make them nice and juicy, and those juices won't run all over your plate if you cut them too quickly. Gotta get my carrots ready to go, but I gotta get my potatoes off. Woo-hoo! These guys are cooked to perfection also. Nice and soft. I've got to work quickly here. I've got to get my chicken off. Robbie's under some pressure now. Oh, this chicken is cooked to perfection. It's got to come off, and it's got to rest just like the beef. You want this nice and juicy. You don't want to overcook your food. Yeah, baby. Just let that rest. I'll clean my grill and put my scallops and my carrots on. Just give your grill a quick wipe down now. Yeah, this is looking good. And crank that heat right back up to high. You want those scallops to sear nicely. You don't want to overcook them. A little bit of salt. These scallops are nice and dry now, so the salt's going to adhere to it, and it's going to develop a nice little crust. Just a little pepper. Make sure you get both sides. And get these guys onto the grill. Just allow these guys to caramelize a little bit, and then you can flip them. These scallops take no time at all to cook, which is good because they got no time left. Get the carrots on now. Get the last flip in here. Another 1.5 minutes, and these guys are done. I marinated my carrots in a little olive oil, lemon juice, and some ginger. I can just smell all that coming off the barbecue right now. A couple more minutes and these are done. Take a look at those beautiful char marks. Lots of flavor there. These guys are ready to come off now. Just allow them to rest up. They're still nice and soft on the inside. Carrots are ready to come off. Everything's done. I've got to plate this stuff up now. Oh, it's 90 minutes and everything is ready now. Just have to sauce everything up. These scallops, oh, beautifully cooked. And that red pepper, the white wine, the tarragon. This is looking like a piece of heaven right here. Just give it a nice little sauce around the plate. Little bit of tarragon. Beautiful. Look at these steaks. Cooked to medium rare. This needs a sauce also. That red wine, the mushrooms, but it needs to be strained out. I gotta get those mushrooms out. This is at sauce consistency right now, nice and reduced. Just get that out. I'm gonna Monte, which is just to put a little knob of butter in here, just to give it that rich, velvety look and feel. Just whisk that in. This goes over top of the beef and the chicken. Just watch that cool down there. Oh, yes. Last but not least, that dressing I made with the basil in here, the lemon juice, the shallots. Pour this right over top and just mix it right around. This is done to perfection. This took 90 minutes to make, but it's gonna only take 2 minutes to eat.